Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and we have got a lot to cover here. Happy end of the week. Happy Friday to you. There is a new fusion being announced, and it is a different type of a fusion than we are used to. So I will get you full context on what is going on there. We've also got a bunch of events going on, a bunch of crazy 10Xs, offers in the shop, CVC coming up next week. So it's time to wrap up everything around Raid to Shadow Legends as we head into the weekend. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, there is a guaranteed summit event going on right now for Nekmathar. Now, I did do a dedicated video discussing if I believe that this is worth 15 sacreds or not and all of that. I'll remember to link to that over there for you if you want to check the video out about Nekmathar, because in this one, I want to talk about the new fusion going on, and we are going to be getting a new high elf fusion starting very soon, which is going to be this champion right here. I have absolutely no clue how to say that. The only thing I am certain of is I'm going to pronounce it wrong. So you feel free to let me know down in the comments how you say this. I'm going to go with Lonatheral, something like that. I'm sure that's wrong, and I'm okay with it. But anyway, this fusion is going to be starting on Thursday, August 4th. So going to be launching next week, about 6 days from now. And well, let's dive into the kit first, and then we'll talk about the mechanics of the fusion. So we've got an A1 here. First of all, a legendary that is force and scaling with HP. We don't know the books and the cooldowns and the base stats and all that, unfortunately, but let's see if we can get an idea and a grasp of how useful the kit's going to be. I have not read any of this yet. Attack one enemy, decrease the target's max HP by 30%. So this could be really S tier versus the Scarab. Places a shield buff equal to 10% on this. Okay, yeah, so definitely a really good ability for we may have an opportunity to build like a solo Scarab farm champion here. Oh no, wait, an ally with the lowest HP. I wonder if he's the only one alive, if he would put that on himself. Attack all enemies. So we got an AoE here, a 5-turn cooldown. So I wonder if that books to 4 or 3. We're gonna place a shield on all allies for 3 turns equal to 20% of this champion's max HP. Could be a decent shield. You get this guy at 100,000 HP or something, and you could easily place like an 80 to 100,000 shield over the course of your whole team. If there are any dead allies, place a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns equal to 30% instead. This buff cannot be removed in any way, or have the duration increased or decreased. Okay, I mean, it is 3 turns, so I'm a little bit more okay with the cannot be increased part, but it was weird to kind of throw that in. But okay, could be decently solid in the right scenario for sure. Place a 30% increased crit damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Then teams up with all allies to attack a single enemy. Okay. And then we got a passive, inflicts 20% more damage against targets under a shield buff. And then ally HP in Doom Tower battles by a weird percent there that they don't use very often. 35% is really big. They don't usually go over 33%. So, all right, my first reaction, just like my gut first reaction, is a little bit underwhelmed. It's pretty cool that there might be some solo potential here. He's an HP champion, may really help out some of those accounts that are struggling with the Scarab. I'd say definitely pique your interest and get ready to invest in this fusion if you are really struggling with the Scarab boss or you don't have something in position. But you will someday. Like you can build certain strategies to kind of cheese through the Scarab eventually. But he will definitely be good in that scenario, I'm thinking. Other than that, like it's a cool mechanic to have that that shield that can't be removed and all that. But honestly, I mean, we don't. So let's talk about the mechanics of the fusion. It's going to be similar to the Brogni fusion, where it's not going to be like fragments for the legendary. You're going to have to get fragments through events to get the epics, and then you're going to have to fuse the epics up into the legendary. So it's probably going to be one of the more tough events and fusions to go ahead and complete. If it's similar to the Brogni one, that one was very difficult. But the thing is, Brogni is an amazing champion. Brogni, in my opinion, was a lot more hype than this champion to justify the weight of that difficulty. In my opinion, I would probably, again, not knowing multipliers and stuff like that, I'm subject to change and will evolve my opinion as I learn more information. But my first reaction would be to give this like a B minus. Like could be cool in the right scenario. It's probably not like a D or anything. But I'm not going to be able to go up into like an A or be super hyped about it like a Brogni or something. So now for fun, let's pull up the Reddit thread and let's see what people in the community are saying. And I'll let you know if I agree or disagree. I'm sure the Reddit comment section will be very positive and uplifting. So let's go. Seems like an easy skip. Okay. Brings nothing to the late game accounts and isn't even a fragment summon. Maybe true, kind of. And then Brogni style fusion, yeah, that is a little bit rough. I would have probably went with a standard fragment fusion for this guy here. Let's see. I see this as a skip. Seems like initially the ones getting upvoted are people saying that they don't think it's worth it. An epic or two worth having. That's a good point. Since we are going to be fusing epics into a legendary, we're going to have to get fragments to acquire epics. They did not tell us on our end if it's going to be new epics or existing one. It's usually new epics. So we may be getting an announcement early next week on some new epics coming to the game, and they may be part of this fusion. We don't know exactly how that's going to go. An easy skip. If they're doing a Brogni, should be a champion everyone wants. This guy seems good for progression. And if you are lacking the Scarab, yep. Okay, so we've got a pretty based comment here. I would agree with this. Probably pretty decent for progression. HP scaling helps with the Scarab and provides a really, really robust shield. So definitely good for progression. I'm questioning the value as people transition to the end game, maybe that they would get from this guy here. Ally attack is always, yeah, there isn't a ton of ally attack. They've done a little bit better job of adding some of it in the last year and a half or so. But that is a nice role that he does fill. Yeah, the people really upset about the Brogni. Scarab Killer, not much use beyond that. Okay, another High Elf. Yeah, High Elf is probably one of the 2 or 3 easiest faction wars to complete. So definitely, you know, things like skinwalkers and stuff like that, it would be nice to get more champions in there. Easy skip. Okay, so I think I kind of get the general sentiment here. It seems like the community is going to be a little bit negative towards this one. If I hosted a poll on my YouTube channel, maybe we'll do this for fun. We'll host a poll to see how people would rank this this fusion. I'm gonna guess the rank comes out around like probably like a C plus. If I put up like a S, A, B, C, D, F, I would guess about like a C plus. And now let's get you caught up. While we're here, we'll go over some of the stuff going on in game. I do want to say a massive thank you to Plarium for including me in the and giving me the opportunity to interview Death Knight and have a fun video there. It was a lot of fun to produce that and get that out to the community, and I hope people enjoyed it. There's also going to be other content creators that are involved in this and doing a similar project revolving around Death Knight. So definitely look forward to. I'm sure it'll be some amazing content coming out from some of the other raid creators as well. There is also going to be a bunch of 10x craziness going on this weekend. Siphi, Rotos, Yumiko, all sorts of amazing champions up for grabs. So you're going to want to pay attention to your summoning tab and keep an eye on the 10x and events going on. You've still got a couple days to decide on Nekmathar. I'm going to have to go live and at some point and see if I want to pull for this guy or not. I'm really 50-50 on the fence about it. And I've gotten a lot of good feedback from people in comment sections and stuff like that. But, you know, I have the resources. It's not like that's not the problem. The problem is, am I just wasting them? Would I have a use for this guy on a very endgame 3.5, 4-year-old account like mine? That's my only trepidation on pulling for this guy. If I was a little bit more mid-game, 100%, I would be probably going for him and using him for different rosters and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll have to decide on that. In terms of CVC, we are going to be getting a CVC in just a few days coming up on Tuesday. So prepare your resources, your books, and everything like that accordingly. As far as the tournaments and events going on in game, it's going to be mostly par for the course here as we head into the weekend. You've got Classic Arena Takedown, Tag Arena Tournament, and the Ice Golem Tournament is going to be ending today. But there really isn't like a Void Shard or anything up for grabs there in the Ice Golem, so you don't have to be freaking out about getting in there or anything. We do have the Hero's Path, which is interesting. You know, this is something that I should probably talk about for a little bit for sure. And I feel like the last one was called Path of Light or something. They're really going crazy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought it was like Path of Light, but okay, this is a pretty crazy event. So it looks like you got the left where you get like energy, chicken, and books, and then the center where you're gonna get ancient, void, and sacred shard. And the right looks the worst to me off the bat here. Might be might be the best for early game over on the right, like for a new player on the right probably. But yeah, I guess I would go for the upside, go down the middle. I would probably lean towards going for the Void and the Sacred. It is way more expensive, and we'll have to see what path we can kind of complete here first. You do get a book here on the left as well, but yeah, I'll have to do a deep dive into this. I'm okay with these events in general if they structure them okay. It does give the player a little bit more choice and a little bit more agency over their account in terms of what resources they want to chase and stuff like that. So yeah, all in all, as long as they adjust some of the points and the requirements and stuff like this, I'm okay with them trying out the event structure like this here. But the thing that is really unfortunate is this is going on right before CVC. You can see ends in 3 days, literally right when CVC is going to start. So it's Friday, so you got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then obviously CVC is going to launch on Tuesday. So as soon as you dump all the resources to do this, then you go right into CVC and you have to dump more resources. So they're really draining the player base pretty hard. So just keep that in mind when you're using resources on something like this. I don't see anything like crazy game-changing here. If you're in an active clan that really tries to win your CVC matches and stuff like that, I would make sure you're paying attention to prioritize that over getting some random stuff here in the Heroes Path. And then obviously there is a summon rush coinciding with all of the craziness going on this weekend with the 10Xs and the guaranteed Nekmathar and all of that. But now let's see if there's any offers worth going over. So all right, we've got the hero coin. Cool artwork, but yeah, I would probably pass on that one. This artwork here reminds me of Beowulf for some reason. That movie where they're like in the mead hall and they're fighting, gosh, what is that? What is the name of that? Grendel or something like that, where they're fighting against in the mead hall. For some reason, this artwork reminds me of that. The Elite Sacred Pack, yeah, these are gonna be passed. Typically, in my opinion, the worst value is gonna be Sacred Shards in relation to all the shards in the game. So those are gonna be a pass in my opinion. The monthly pack's okay. It's not the worst time to scoop this up. It is going to be resetting in 2 days, so keep that in mind. If you want to buy the monthly pack, you've got to make that decision soon. And it grades out to about a 2.5 on the scale here. Fragments for the... Okay, well, that's a pass in my opinion, but you'll all have to make the decision there for yourselves. So we've got 20... The Void ones might be okay. And the end one is pretty solid, but the first one is going to be way too bad. Honestly, it's better than what they usually charge for Sacreds, but this would still be a pass for me. And then the Event Advantage Pack, we've pulled this up a lot. It's not amazing, but for like a new player who's a decently high spender that can't really slam the campaign yet would be all right. But for most of you out there, it's probably a pass. Stun set, we don't want to pay 10 for rare gear. This one might be worth plugging in. I think we've done this before, but I don't remember. This one's fairly new. We've got 750k, and then energy of 750, and then 15 ancient shards, and 750 energy. So let's plug that in. Oh wait, we've already got that. So then it's the Epic Tomes of 3. So exactly a 2.0. Yeah, I thought. So I mean, not terrible, but not amazing as well. And then the Ghost offer here. This one, it seems like it's got a little bit more potential. So that one was a 2.0. Let's see what this one comes out to. So we've got no gems, but we've got 2,000 energy. And then we've got the energy refills of 25. A 2.87. Is that true? Did I do this right? 2,000 energy, 25 energy refills, $15, and we also get 100. So yeah, this one is a 2.87. This one's pretty solid. That's about the best you're gonna see energy in game, especially getting it all at once and not over the course of like 3 to 5 days. You're just getting a dump of 25 refills and 2,000 energy along with some multi battles. If you're in the market of buying energy, that's about the best you're ever going to do in game. So that would be a recommend from me for someone that's spending on raid. The rest of the stuff in the shop is looking pretty meh to me. And honestly, this Ghost offer is better than the monthly pack in terms of value. The monthly pack is usually around 2.5. So alrighty, let me know down below what you think about the new Fusion event and the champion involved in Lonathero, and how you would rate him. And I'm also going to put over on the community tab of the channel, I'll put an opportunity for you to vote and let me know what you think and all that. So that is going to do it for me on this one, and we've got a lot coming up next week that we will dive into, and lots more content coming your way as we head into the weekend here on the channel. So as always, thanks for watching, and have a great end of your week and a good weekend. I will see you soon. Peace.